So, for those of you who are just barely watching this video, know that that title is not clickbait. It's actually having to do with a pretty serious and big issue that's going on the platform right now, because it's been brought to my attention that people have been actually having their accounts for YouTube be hijacked or full-on stolen. And this is a huge problem because the way that it's being done is really new and not something that a whole lot of people saw coming. And it's coming to channels in the simple form of just comments in the comment section. The single, like 3 or 4 words, and that's wanna be friends. I found out about this because one of my close personal friends sent me a video titled "The Most Dangerous Comment on YouTube, Everyone's Account is at Risk." And he's right, that's how it kind of affects most people, or has been targeting most people, is it's been going on to channels and basically leaving a single comment. Well, they've been coming in pairs for a few, but I'm still being very hesitant because it's just the 3 simple words, "wanna be friends." And it's a very simple phrase, and it's something that you would see on pretty much any channel that has any sort of following. But even those simple words can be very dangerous, can be very, apparently, a trap, basically, on YouTube now. And that's a shame because it's taking channels. I don't know how they're doing this. A lot of people are saying you reply to them, you subscribe to them, one of those things, you're basically in the trap. You basically are snared in the trap, and your account, all the information can be taken, all the stuff that you have attached to that account could be at risk. And if people make a living off YouTube, or making a living off making content, then their livelihood itself can be at risk. But the video is by a YouTuber called The Quartering, and he included content or another video from another YouTuber that had gotten wrapped up in this, and even had the video itself kind of deleted, so he got permission from the original content creator who made that video exposing it. But he himself mentioned that he was putting himself at a risk of being targeted specifically by this. So I honestly think the only way to be able to fight this is if we get as many people talking about it as possible. Personally, it's going to limit my interactions with you guys, honestly. The closest thing that I'll probably be doing to interactions is streaming now, as sad as that is, because I love seeing the comments that, however many of you really do post, because I know I don't get a whole lot of comments. I know I'm not a huge content creator. I'm as small as they come in terms of content creation. And so any sort of interaction I get, I kind of like just try to interact back, because it's fun interacting with you guys. There's always something interesting and funny and fun to be found in comments whenever you guys do comment. But because of this whole thing, I have to be very careful, because we're not sure yet if these channels that are being taken over, these accounts that are being taken, if the source can kind of work through them to get to you, kind of like an indirect way, an indirect source. Kind of like a pyramid scheme, I guess you could say, where they feed through that secondary source to get to themselves or get to you. And it's really sad, it's really screwed up, but I'm going to be cutting a lot more away from interacting with you guys in the comments, and I'm still going to be trying to do videos. Finals are done, and this is probably one of the worst times that this could have happened, because we're all in a pandemic. People are kind of freaking out. Everyone's trapped inside for the most part. Well, a lot more people are getting out, but I think that's just because they're going crazy staying inside all the time. I honestly I was kind of the exact same way when this thing first started. Like, I was that person in my group of friends that was like Bugs Bunny in that one episode where he said, "Or what?" United States government tells you to stay in. Bugs Bunny, or what? But I'm a good noodle, so I stayed in anyways. However, this did come at a very poor time because it's in a global pandemic, and as a result, we're all kind of just not in the best state, mentally and emotionally. So someone that seems really nice that's interacting with us saying, hey, keep it up. You want to be friends? I'd love to do collaborations with you. You can't really trust that anymore. And it's a shame. It is a huge shame because I multiple times expressed my my want to collaborate with other content creators about my size. And I can't really easily trust to do that anymore with anybody from here on out unless I personally know them or I met them prior to this and knew that they were okay, they were alright people. And even then, that's kind of a thing, like, you can't just say, oh, this person's completely fine, because there are billions of people in this world. And a couple of my accounts for other things have already been hacked. I think my Epic Games account got hacked a few weeks back. I never made a video of it because I just thought, okay, this is getting ridiculous, come on. But it's a shame. I don't want to try and fall for this. I'm not trying to tell anybody to seek out any sort of like bait for this for content. It's a bad idea. The most I think you should do is make a video discussing it and telling people to be careful, because the more awareness we spread, then the more people are going to realize, hey, this could happen. Be very careful. And it does seem like this individual is probably going to be targeting people. I don't know. He possibly could. But it seems like he is using some sort of bot. That's what they've been saying. And it's not hard to say that he could probably target anybody he feels like. Or they could target. I don't know if it's multiple people or just one person. But the content creator that people are saying it is, his very first video got nearly 100k views, which is very, very shady. Especially because within most 24 hours of a channel that's barely starting out, you're lucky to get 5 views, maybe like 10 or 20 views on a video that's your first video ever. But when you consider it's his channel intro video and it says please subscribe, yeah, that does not seem legit. So I'm very hesitant. I am personally extremely hesitant now to interact with people in the comments section. If anything, I'm gonna have to try and figure out a way to do it just through the regular videos, or just try to be more entertaining, because this is a big deal. A lot of people could have their accounts at risk, a lot of people can have their personal information at risk, and even people who make their living doing this can have their whole channels and livelihood be at risk. And that sucks. They should not have to worry like that. Gosh, this is a bad time for this to happen too. Alright guys, that's going to do it for this one. Thank you all very much for watching, I really do appreciate it. I'm going to put a link in the description to that video that I did mention earlier, so please do go check it out. Please spread the word, and if you're a content creator that's as small as like 5 subscribers all the way up to 500 million subscribers or whatever, please talk about this. The more people we get talking about this, the more likely he won't be able to even try to silence as many people as that are talking about it. Basically, overwhelm how many people are talking about it. Make an overwhelming number, and it should be able to get both YouTube's attention and be able to stay around until something is done about it. Because this is a big deal, and I'm sure I don't have to keep saying that. But just please do. And please be careful who you interact with. Just like for years, just be careful who you interact with online. This is no different. Just be careful. Be mindful. Thank you all very much for watching. Really do appreciate it. And as always, I am Pumpsquatch. Goodbye.